Cooper High School for high school wrestling action. It's an all Robbinsdale district matchup. The Robbinsdale Rumble, the Armstrong Falcons, and the Cooper Hawks. Good evening, I'm Jay Wilcox. A frigid night outside. School was canceled today in the district, but they are allowing activities to go on this Friday evening, and the Rumble is renewed here at Cooper. For the Hawks, it's been a tough year. The numbers game really catching up to them. They'll have quite a few open weights tonight, so obviously they haven't been able to do much in terms of winning matches as a team because their lineup is so thin. They've got a few guys that are doing pretty well though individually, and we hope to see some good matches tonight along the way. For Armstrong, a little bit of a bounce back year for them. Last year was a tough season. This year they've been good at times, not quite as good at other times, but slightly over 500 match. They've got a few good wins along the way as well, and they are looking forward to try and get things going heading into the section team tournament next weekend. Falcons have 3 guys with over 20 wins, so they've got some quality too. Their numbers not quite as low as Cooper, but obviously something that a lot of the teams around the area are battling. Armstrong has kind of taken over this rivalry in the last several years. They've won 7 straight, and certainly with the fact that they're able to fill out the lineup tonight, obviously a heavy favorite in this one is Cooper. With all those open weights, will be trying to play from behind really right from the beginning of this one. We'll see how things shape out. John Lauritsen will be joining me for the call of this one in just a moment. It's the Hawks and the Falcons, the Robbinsdale Rumble, coming up next here on CCX.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
And welcome back here to Cooper as the Hawks and Falcons get set to renew their rivalry on the mat here this evening, and kind of a festive atmosphere around. As I know, it's a good rivalry, but there are also a lot of friends on the other team too. You could see their guys were kind of chatting with each other a little bit before the match, and when the captains came out to meet, it's a little different feeling than just your run-of-the-mill match. There's a look at Bill McCloskey, the Armstrong head coach, and he said he wanted this, try and make this night a little bit of a showcase for wrestling, for youth to get involved a little bit too, besides wanting to obviously win, because he knows numbers are a struggle at both schools, in particular for Cooper. And James Stanton, they're working their best with what they've got for kids coming out. It's just been a tall order to get enough guys out and to be sticking with it. So the Hawks have struggled through a tough season, but trying to get some more guys to come out in the sport and kind of find out what it's all about and get into it. So we'll be back here with the start of our match in just a moment here as the Falcons and Hawks do battle.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood? Or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. As life gets busier than ever, we will still offer you a connected community experience through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there, choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And then I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more. Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
I, Krista, take you, Jamie, to be my wife.
When we found out that we were pregnant, we were just elated. We were just sitting there waiting for the pediatrician. She said she won't be taking you in as a client.
We are a lesbian couple, but she's just a baby. She's the one you're denying the service to.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
And welcome back here to Cooper High School on this cold February night. Been a rough couple of weeks weather-wise. I know coaches and athletes and athletic directors and principals have not exactly had a lot of fun these last 2 weeks dealing with all the weather and the cancellations and all that type of thing. So 113, Asen Meyer of Armstrong will receive a forfeit to begin the night. Cooper will be open at the first three. We did not have a 106 tonight, both teams by mutual agreement, not having 106, double forfeit. And then Devin Ankney getting his arm raised at 120 for Armstrong. And then likewise at 126, Mark Smith will receive a forfeit for the Falcons. We should have our first match of the night at 132 pounds. And we will see Sam Thurston of Cooper and Jalen Young of Armstrong. And actually, John, this one might be one of the better matches on paper right off the bat here, as Sam Thurston, one of a couple of Cooper guys to have winning records this year. And for Armstrong, Jalen Young's had a pretty good year with 18 wins.
Yeah, looking forward to this. As you mentioned, Jay, if we're going to have some competitive matches tonight, they can't happen by forfeit, so it's nice to see a match here at 132. And both these wrestlers, as you mentioned, having decent years. There's kind of a single leg by Jalen Young initially, kind of headed the outside there. Thurston countering, trying to grab his ankles, grab his legs, do what he can. And a takedown there by Young. Almost got some back points for a second, but he'll take two. Kind of a hard-fought takedown.
We always talk about it every year, kind of for bragging rights, because this one sort of follows you, like your other people in your room and maybe some of your friends in school and stuff. They know each other and all that, so you want to come out and win, regardless of the team outcome. I mean, we said coming in, obviously, with as many forfeits as Cooper has, Armstrong is going to win tonight. We know that, but he's still going to have some good ones along the way. Wow.
Nice job by Thurston. Young got a little bit high there, just kind of went over the top, grabbed him. No back points, but he does tie it up with the reversal. Yeah, Jay, there could be some good matches. You know, this has kind of been a fun meet to cover with you over the years, too, because even though the team outcomes for the season haven't been that great, it's been kind of fun to watch this rivalry between, you know, when you think about it, back in the day, if you want to go back to the 60s and 70s, this was the same school, Cooper and Armstrong under Robbinsdale, and they were the top wrestling program in the state for a number of years. Thurston trying a little arm bar here. He's got 50 seconds to work with that. Kind of abandons it for a second. One thing I've noticed too, and I wish we would have had this when I was in high school, but I kind of like the shorts and shirts instead of the singlets.
Yeah, it's an option that they've gone to, and it was interesting talking with Cooper this week. One of the reasons that they decided to go with it is they're obviously battling a numbers issue, and they're saying, you know, gosh, if there's any reason that we can get more people to come out. And they read some things, you know, from other programs throughout the country where that had, you know, been now allowed by the National Federation. And some people had some success getting a few more numbers out that way. So they ordered a bunch of them, and unfortunately haven't been able to use as many of them as they'd like.
Yeah, not yet. Hopefully that changes. Boy, that was kind of a precarious spot there for Jalen Young for a second. He gets out of it. No back points for Thurston. Less than 10 seconds. Young trying to get an escape here to face him. He's going to get it. We'll see if that point right at the end comes into play. Oh, and he gave up the 2 right at the end of takedown. They tried a shot there. I thought he would go into the second period, Jay, with a 3-2 lead, but he gives up a takedown to Thurston right at the end. Good job by him not giving up there with a few seconds left.
Boy, perfect example of keep wrestling till the whistle, or whether you're on the edge of the mat or whether it's the end of the period. Because, yeah, it sure looked like that was going to be the last thing that happened was that escape, but Thurston had other ideas.
And we watched the referee signal, too, with about 1 second left, so that was a big takedown. There's an escape now to tie it. 4-4. Young takes another shot. Thurston doing a good job of countering. Right on the edge of the mat. 4-4. These guys are right here. Let's see, the ref takes them back in the middle. Yes, he will. They kind of go off there. So restart, 4-4.
And a veteran referee here, Dan Roth. I've known Dan for probably 30 years now. He's the athletic director over at Fridley High School, and his sons wrestled at Osseo. And just still loves it. Works a lot of matches. This is at least the 3rd or 4th match this year that I've been at that he's worked.
That's good to see. It's nice to see people stay with the sport even after they're done and their kids are done. And both wrestlers in this match have a takedown. We've seen Young shoot a couple times. There's a trip by Thurston. Tries to trip him over.
Yeah, I was going to say, Young has been backing up a little bit, and he just got a stalling caution from Mr. Roth right there. Got to be looking to circle instead of being just kind of taken back. As Thurston's kind of been coming at him more and more, I think, as the match has gone on.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, initially in this match, we watched Young take shots. He got a takedown early on, tried another shot where he lost the takedown at the end of the first period, and maybe that made him a little bit shy here. There's a shot, but what he's doing is he's shooting with his head to the outside. You can see the crossface there. Thurston's trying to put on him a nice defensive move. Young still driving, though, and just kind of using, Jay, I would say, sheer power on that one to get that takedown. And to take the lead now, 6-4.
We learned last period that the scoring isn't over till it's over in the period, so we'll see what it develops late here.
You saw it, Thurston there, Jay, trying to reach for the top of Young's head. Young gets a little bit high. Here he's getting high again. He's in trouble. He's going to give up a takedown and some back points. Probably not in danger of being pinned quite yet. But he's going to give up 3 near fall.
2,
I'm sorry.
So Thurston will take a 2-point lead into the 3rd period, courtesy of that flurry at the end.
You know, I would say Thurston has done a really nice job of taking what's come his way in this match, whether it's Young getting too high and, you know, kind of getting him to fall right over the top of him by grabbing his head, or in a takedown, a shot with the head to the outside. Thurston has capitalized on that as well. There's a half Nelson if he can throw it on. He's got a reversal already. He should be in good shape here if he can just work Young over. As Young's left arm trying to post out so he doesn't get turned over. Thurston kind of opening up the scoring here a little bit now, 10-6. Got an arm bar on Young. Let's see what he does with that. 1:30 to go in the third. He's got a nice arm bar here if he can kind of walk it around to the front. He's trying. You can see what he's doing there. He's going to get some back points for sure. You know, for Cooper, J2, starting out behind 18-0, any pin you can get at any point in this dual meet is going to go a long way. I think he might have 2 near fall coming here if this hold breaks. And I believe that was 2, was it not?
Yep.
So that makes it 12-6. And it seems too, Jay, like Young has kind of run out of gas a little bit.
Yeah, he's had to expend quite a bit of energy. I mean, to be honest, when he got turned there, I thought there was a pretty good chance he'd get pinned, so he at least fought through that.
He did a nice job fighting through that, and you know he's a strong kid, definitely. But a couple of technique issues in there kind of made the difference in this, and a nice job by Sam Thurston of taking advantage of those. 30 seconds left in the third, 12-6. Sam Thurston leading Jalen Young now, the senior from Armstrong. Young 18-11 here on the year, but about to suffer his 12th loss unless he can make something change in the final 15 seconds.
Another stalling call there on Young, so award a point to Thurston. It's now 13-6. So
it's a point away from a major decision, but I think he's going to run out of time here to get that.
Yeah, that sure looks that way. And Young, let's see, at the end he'll get an escape. So 13-7 is going to be the final in favor of Thurston.
Sam Thurston gets the Cooper Hawks on the board.
He's pumped up about that, so Cooper getting a W at our 132-pound match.
Yeah, some nice jobs, and we kind of covered it already by Sam Thurston of just capitalizing on what was coming his way.
138, Daniel Mashuda of Armstrong will receive a forfeit. So we'll go up to 145. Caleb McMurray for Cooper, Amari Easley for Armstrong.
Easley, freshman for Armstrong with a quick takedown here.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good year, 20 wins so far.
McMurray listed at 152. That's a nice little move there. He's getting some back points. He's still in good position here, Jay. But if he can flatten out on that, he might have a pin. His leg is kind of caught. But he could also use that to his advantage. He's got back points for sure.
Well, out of time to try and fight out. Easily squeezing as hard as he can. He's going to lose it. He'll get 3 near fall, and he'll quickly let McMurray up.
McMurray really fought hard to keep him getting pinned there, and he was able to do it, but finds himself down 5-1. Easily in on a double leg. He's going to get this. That'll be 2 more. 7-1.
Easley was quick to cut him loose when he lost the hold last time. We'll see if he'll work for a turn or if he might just cut him again and go. It looks like he probably can get a takedown whenever he'd like to.
Yeah, he's trying for a pinning combination now. I'm a little surprised, you know, as dominant early on as he's been on his feet here, he didn't try and just let him go and get some more points. He's going to do it here again. I think for people trying to learn the sport or understand the sport, you get 1 point for an escape, but you get 2 points for a takedown. If you do that 8 times a match, you can win 16-8, so to speak. You can open things up, especially if you're good on your feet, which Easley has had 2 takedowns. He's trying for his 3rd here. Murray kind of hanging on that arm. That's a good defensive position by Caleb McMurray. Kind of in a Kelly position. He can kind of hang on and just let the clock go out in the first period. But 7-2, Easley of Armstrong, the freshman, leading this one.
And sometimes you feel like you lost an opportunity. It looked like he was going to get a pretty early pin, and the match goes on now. Obviously, Easley dominated the first period, but you hate to squander an opportunity. You never know; things can change too.
Very quick reversal there for Easley. 9-2, and you got to be thinking, Jay, that Armstrong may not need the pin, but they're thinking pin in this match. Well, he does that little kind of side headlock thing there, and that's a move you see really experienced wrestlers do. It's kind of fun to watch a high school kid do that.
Gets two near fall to go up 11-2. Easley's been wrestling for 4 years. He's also a track and field athlete.
McMurray just trying to play defense the best he can. He's probably going to have to move here a little bit. You see Easley trying different things. McMurray really not sure what's coming next. Here's a tilt that Easley's trying, and he's close to getting back points. So McMurray trying not to let him break the plane. There was a 1 count by the ref. And McMurray able to kind of scoot out of that one. Complete hand control here by Easley. You can see him working both wrists. It's a good shot right there. And again, another 1 count, but no back points, Jay.
Yeah, been a little bit awkward, and he found it easy to take him down, but not so easy to do a lot with it.
Yeah, he's got a really deep half here. This is going to probably lead to something if he can keep him on the mat. He's got to ideally get up perpendicular and drive that. But you can see he's got his leg hooked. He's trying for a power half. That's very close to breaking the plane. He's almost got back points. See the ref 1, 2, and there you go. You're going to have some back points now. He's got a deep half. He'll tack on a few more here as the second period comes to an end.
Give him 3, so 14-2, and obviously in business for getting a tech fall here, he'd rather get a pin, but sometimes that doesn't develop. Easily, you can see why he'd be good when he listed on his little bio his hobby is wrestling. So
that would probably be a good indication that he might be actually pretty good at this.
Yeah, in his spare time, he wrestles.
Yeah. McMurray trying to headlock here. It just kind of came to him, but boy, he's in trouble now, and Easley just kind of overpowers him. We have at least a tech fall, but looks like a pin. Pretty much from right there, it is.
Easley will get the fall as he sticks with it. 4:21, the time of the pin for Armstrong's Amari Easley.
Well, McMurray didn't have a lot of options, and he did try a headlock. You got to give him a little credit for doing something there, but you can see he's pretty flat once Easley fought that off and put him on his back. So 6 more team points for Armstrong, makes it 30-3 now in the dual meet. Of course, a lot of that aided by those early forfeits we saw. Cooper hopefully will kind of add to their numbers here as the next couple years go by.
152 now. James Pearson for Cooper, Ben Menenge for Armstrong, and Ben's had a nice career and a nice season, 28-7 record for the Falcons. 14 years as a wrestler, and also football player and a letter in choir, and he gets a quick takedown.
Now one of the captains here on the Falcons. Second year as a captain. Quick takedown for the Armstrong senior. 92 career wins. He's actually tied for the most three-point near falls in a season with 29, and has the most career three-point near falls with 83. We'll go off the mat here.
Obviously, he'd like to, in his final rumble, go out in style a little bit too in that regard. One of the, to be honest about it, probably one of the few wrestlers for either team that has a legitimate shot of placing real high in sections or maybe winning the section is Menegay.
Yeah, you feel bad for Cedric Williams from Cooper. I believe he got 5th in the state last year, and then he tore his ACL in football. A good football player, too. So he missed part of the football season, has missed all the wrestling season. He's a senior. You would think he'd be one of the better wrestlers in this dual meet. So that's just a tough break for Cooper in that regard. But yeah, Menengay, we've covered this a number of years. We've watched him wrestle, I think, since he's been a freshman, basically, on varsity. He's got an arm bar here on Pearson, trying to work him over. No points yet. Nice job by Pearson fighting him off.
And the one thing Pearson you can tell is strong.
Yeah, he's a powerfully built kid. And Menengay is no slouch either, so you have two really strong guys out here because it's going to come down to technique in a lot of these matches like this. He's got a kind of opening for a half. There you go, just like that.
I think he realized it right when you were saying it.
Yeah. And he's got Pearson in big trouble, but he might run out of time.
Yeah, he'll get 3 near fall, but no pin. As probably if that period had another 10 seconds ago or so, it might very well have been a fall, but.
That's right at about the buzzer. It looked very close, but Pearson able to fight it off and live to see the second period here.
And Menegay deferred his choice, and Pearson said, let's go both up.
Takes a little bit of a shot. It was not as aggressive as you'd like to see, and Menengay capitalizes. Now he's got a half again kind of worked up there. If he gets off to the side, there you go, just like that, he'll be able to turn him. He's going to have Pearson in big trouble this time. I think he's got that reverse half or regular half, whatever he wants to do right there. Pearson trying to fight him off.
Give him 3 near fall there. Coach Stanton from Cooper did say, the guys, we don't have a lot of guys, but the guys we put out there, most of them are going to come out and give you at least a battle. They're not guys who are, generally going to get pinned right away or things like that.
Pearson might have got one escape there right at the end. It was a nice little burst to see from him. 10-1 now. He tried a lateral drop there, but it wasn't going to happen. Menegay's got him in big trouble now. And he's got a full minute to try and stick him here if he can. Pearson trying to fight this off. His left arm, he's trying to get it through.
No quitting Pearson, that's for sure. It looked like he was really in trouble there, and he's going to survive it.
That's a good point, Jay. I mean, you got to give him credit. He keeps fighting. He gets put on his back, but he's been fighting it off. At least so far. So 20 seconds left here in the second.
Another near fall would make this a tech fall. Menegay would like to get the pin, but sometimes if you have to take what's there too.
Almost had another. Oh, he did get 2 more there.
Yeah, that'll be a tech fall for Menengay. So score 5 for his team with that win. So he wins at 17-1 on a tech fall.
You can see Pearson, what he was trying to do, it wasn't a shot or anything. He kind of tried to bull rush Menengay, and he tried what looked like a lateral drop, and he just went right to his back, and Menengay takes advantage.
160 now, Alex Huey for Armstrong. Dang win for Cooper.
Huey is a senior for Armstrong, 3rd year in wrestling. Win, the junior for the Hawks. Both guys kind of tied up here. Huey tries a little bit of a shot. There's a shot by Huey there, head to the outside, able to finish it. Now he's going for back points. He's got Wynn in trouble. Trying to get another pin for Armstrong. And Huey is close. He's got it right there. Tack on 6 more for the Falcons.
Once he got him down, boy, you could tell he knew what to do. You like to see a guy that's able to finish like that.
Kind of shoots head to the outside, but able to kind of switch it there to a little bit of a double. And he just, nice job by continuing to drive. He was thinking back points as he was shooting, which is a good thing, obviously, to be thinking about. And he's able to finish it off. Pays off there in the end. And there's the pin.
And we'll go to 170. Another captain for Armstrong, Logan Elans, and he'll be facing Sylvester Togba, who's done surprisingly well as a new wrestler, according to Coach Stanton for the Hawks. And Elans has really improved a lot. He was around 500 or below last year, and he's 25-7 now. And he gets a quick 2 on the takedown.
Some guys, I think it takes a year to kind of get beat up on and realize, hey, what happened, what went wrong. You get at the right weight the next year, you got a little more confidence, and you come in, and next thing you know, your record flips. So nice quick takedown by Elans.
Elans goes by the nicknames Baseball and Cheeks. not really sure what that's all about, but and I want to make a quick note too, if anybody watching, we're giving you a lot of information about Armstrong and not as much about Cooper. That's because the Armstrong coaches gave us information the Cooper coaches didn't, and that's not because we like one or the other better or anything like that. It's just that's what we got.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch both these teams over the years, and it's kind of funny when you're not watching these teams. If I'm at the state tournament watching and you have a Cooper kid or Armstrong kid make it, I always cheer for them. Yeah, but Armstrong went out of their way here to give us some really interesting facts. Like for Logan Elans, who leads 2-0, his favorite food is Lucky Charms.
Not bad. He just was penalized a point, though, for clasping, so 2-1 lead now for Elans as Togba gets the point.
So he was unlucky in that situation, you would say.
Exactly.
See what I did there, Jay? 2-1.
They are magically delicious.
They are, yes. Just not when you're cutting weight for wrestling.
And that's been a little bit of a thing, I think, too, because of all these, disruptions with the schedule because of school closings these last couple weeks. Well, you get a little bit out of sync in your training and everything, and obviously when every pound matters, that can be an issue, I think, too.
Yeah, Elan's trying an arm bar here to maybe get some back points before the period ends. Kind of going off your point there, you do feel bad for the coaches and the wrestlers when in other sports as well when you get all those cancellations. Sure, it's nice to be home from school, but you're coming right up on section tournament time, and you want to have your conference matches done so you know who the outright winners in the conference, and when you can't get them in, that's tough.
So Elans will be on the top position to begin period 2. He leads it by a score of 2-1, but it hasn't come as easy again as it, he got that quick 2, and you thought maybe he was going to really kind of dominate this one, but Togba has shown an ability to hang.
Togba fought hard in that first period. Elans almost was close to taking him to his back, never able to quite do that, and Togba does a nice job of playing defense. He's got to move a little bit more, though. I'm a little worried he might get a stalling call here. Elan's trying to. Part of it is what we call hand control, but it's really when you grab the wrist. And Elan's trying for a cradle. Togba kind of a longer kid, lankier, so it's not always easy to cradle those guys up, but you can see he's trying to do it right there, and to no avail.
Yeah, it almost looked like it wasn't really his first choice, but it presented itself, so he said, okay, I'll throw it on and see if we can get it.
They certainly did. Togba standing up now, close to getting an escape. That could be a big point for him. 2-1.
2-2 now.
Or 2-2 rather, I'm sorry. Forgot about the Classman call. There's a shot by Togba, and he gives it up. You can kind of see a few times tonight where some wrestlers out there they don't take that quick shot, that deep shot. They're just kind of trying to feel it out, and then it just kind of backfires in the end because the guy's able to sprawl and turn around on him. That's what happened there. So Eland's back up 4-2 now. Eland wants that crossface. He's thinking either kind of a corkscrew type of thing or cradle again. He loses it. There's a near cradle he's trying for. Eland's definitely been the aggressor here. As far as trying different things, here's an arm bar.
Yeah, the lead really isn't that big, though, considering he seemingly has been kind of in control throughout.
And he's done all the work, it seems like, but just a 4-2 lead for Logan Elands as we go into the third.
He will choose down to begin this third period.
Still thinking it is pretty strange when you think about the season and 5 days of school missed for some of these districts the last 2 weeks. And you got team sections, I believe, coming up, if I'm not mistaken, next weekend already.
Yeah, that's right.
So, winter sports season seems like it's never going to end, and all of a sudden, boom, we're getting down to tournament time already.
Now we had a clasping call on Sylvester, so 5-2 lead here for Elands.
Sometimes the clasping can be a mistake, and sometimes it can be attributed to just inexperience. Eland's trying hard for a reversal here, trying to come around. Togba in trouble.
He'll get his reversal and maybe more.
He's got him in pretty good, pretty tight there for a second anyway. Still has a really...
Now he lost the head, though.
Lost the head. Looked like for a second he was going to get another fall for the Falcons, but he gets 3 near fall. So he's got a major decision at this point.
Make it a 10-2 lead for Elands. We'll see what more develops here. He's really been trying to work that armbar now. A potentially dangerous call there.
Yeah, that was a good call by the ref. I think that was up a little bit too high. And for those people at home, watching at home, the difference between a decision and major decision, if you're up by 8 points or more when the match ends, that's 4 points for your team. If you're up by 7 or less, that's a regular decision. That's 3 team points. So right now, Elands has that 4 team points for the Falcons, who already lead 41-3. But of course, as we mentioned, some of that aided by just some open weights down below for the Hawks. There's another armbar. He keeps trying that armbar. Wants to make that happen if he can. Togba trying to stay off his back. Well, he's in trouble there for a second. Looks like a pin right there. And he got it.
Just kind of wore him down. You could see that coming a little bit by wearing him down. He had been, kind of fighting from behind all night. And there you see what led to, first he got the reversal.
Eland's doing what a lot of the Armstrong wrestlers have done all night. When you're getting a takedown or reversal and it's coming together for you, you're starting to think about how to put that guy on his back. That paid off for Logan Elands there.
Now we'll see Levi Elands at 182 against Travis Burns of Cooper. Levi Elands has won 3 times on the varsity level, not been in their lineup super regularly here, but a couple 9th graders going at it.
Well, that could make for a good match. You never know. I don't know how much experience they really have under their belts, but it says Levi did not wrestle in middle school, so he's probably fairly new to the sport. Ref's going to restart him here. I didn't see what happened there, Jay, but...
Yeah, he kind of was giving them both a little bit of the riot act there about how that match was starting, I think. I don't know if there were too much head contact coming together with the
And you kind of see there's a shot by Elands on Burns. ends up getting it. 2-0. It's not a good sign when the ref makes you restart off the top when nothing's really happened. No, I can't say for sure Elands doesn't have middle school experience. I had the wrong stats on him, but that was a nice takedown. Now he's got a half, so he definitely knows what he's doing with this.
And to power him over here. And
he's doing what he's got to do. He's got it nice and deep. He's got Burns in big trouble, and there's a pin. So 2 pins by Logan and Levi Elands back-to-back for Armstrong.
so the Falcons getting a lot of victories via the forfeit, but also kind of dominating the matches that we've had. Cooper's just had the 1 win from Sam Thurston.
Yeah, after the ref restarted that match, it was all Elands who came in and takedown, half Nelson, another pin for the Falcons.
Caleb Lay for Armstrong. Walter West, one of the top guys for Cooper, and he's had some good success this year, winning the Cooper tournament and winning record this year. So a good chance for Cooper maybe here. We'll see as what they can do in this one. Caleb has won 19 matches though on the varsity level too, so this could be a good one.
Yeah, 19 and 16 on the year. That's a lot of matches already, 35.
West has seemingly been the aggressor a little bit. Now there's Caleb Lee, and that's a nice shot.
Nice shot, see if he can finish. Can, now he's got West a little bit of trouble.
No back points there as West was able to fight it off and get to his belly.
West to his feet here. Lee's going to try and bring him back down to the mat. Successfully does it.
And get some blood time, I think, here. Yeah, West got a little bit of a nosebleed here.
Yeah, it's really coming out of him. They'll have to probably stuff that up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if perhaps Caleb's head might have bumped him or what exactly there, but.
Check, ladies and gentlemen, Judy Comcast. The announcer table, please. Judy Comcast, the announcer table, please.
Let's see, West is going to probably try and stop the bleeding, putting some tissue in his nose. Get himself cleaned up.
That's it. You're hoping to not have to leave it in there because it certainly restricts your breathing a little bit if you have to keep that in the nose the whole match. But
you know, and the thing is too, it's so dry in the winter. You get a bloody nose, it's hard to get to stop initially. So
yeah, and his is not stopping very easily. He's dripping.
He's got. There's nothing like watching a guy try and stop a bloody nose.
It's all part of it, though, and it's not stopping yet. I was thinking that they were, trying to hope it was good, and they wiped him off good and all that, but you could just tell that it's still flowing a little bit.
As a wrestler, too, it does hinder you a little bit, not to be able to breathe through your nose, but you got to do what you got to do to keep wrestling.
Yeah, and this one seemed like it's got the start of being a really good match here too. You could just kind of sense from the Cooper folks that they knew this was one of their better guys coming up. There was a little more of a vibe from the crowd coming up, like, okay, should be a good one.
Yeah, it should be a good match, and you mentioned that too coming into it. Like, this is one that Cooper feels like they can win. Back to the action here. Hopefully, Walter West's nose holds up. So far, so good. He's trying to get out of it from the bottom. He's got 40 seconds here to go in the first, down 2-0. Caleb Lay, Armstrong, Jr. So no points for anybody yet. Oh, they're both on their feet. Lay's still in control. But not for long here. West trying to take him down.
Going to be an escape rather than a reversal, so 2-1.
You hear the Cooper crowd behind us, Jay, chanting, "Let's go, Walter."
Got a stalling caution against Caleb.
Lee backing up just a little bit. Now he's kind of stepping into West, trying to underhook him.
They've got 2-2 on the board, but shouldn't it be 2-1?
I believe it's 2-1.
Yeah, he called escape. Nobody seems to be making note of that, though.
It should be 2-1, Caleb Lee leading. And you can see the scorers table is going to ask about that, but it should be 2-1, I believe, right now.
I don't believe West would have had any other points along the way that I could recall. Yeah, they've corrected it to 2-1.
You want to get that right because you don't want it to be something where somebody loses 4-3 and there's a point in there that shouldn't be there, or vice versa. And they got it fixed. Nice heads up by the scorers table to get that taken care of. Might have some more blood time here, I think.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Well, and it was very close to being a reversal, too, and I think there might have been a kind of an anticipation thing that they put 2 up there instead of 1. And the problem becomes if you don't catch that right away, too, because all of a sudden then you get in the third period and one bench says, "Hey, I thought we were up."
Yes.
And then it's a lot harder to retrace and go back and fix from that point on, because you can't expect the referee to remember something that happened, quite some time ago. Where this, he can say, "Yeah, we had just the takedown early and then the escape."
And I've seen that happen before, not often, but it has, and it's too bad when that happens. So yeah, it's better to get it fixed now. This is not blood time. This is a wrestling shoe issue. The left shoe of Caleb Lee seems to be falling apart as the season goes on. So nothing little athletic tape can't take care of, and we're right back at it. So between bloody noses and shoes falling apart, it's 2-1. West starting down. Start the second. Got an escape in the first period. So he probably likes his chances here of getting another one at least, or a reversal.
He's close to getting a reversal, but he can just step around.
See Lee desperately trying to hang on to that leg still. And he's going to get that too, Jay. That was hard fought, but he'll take the lead with it.
I tell you what, you could tell West has very strong legs. He's able to stand up out of there relatively easily, and that ultimately led to that reversal.
Lee's still not giving up on that leg, but I think he probably should, otherwise he'll get in trouble here a little bit.
That's a good point, and that's something that you gain with experience, is that sometimes you have to just admit defeat and give up that point and get yourself back to your base.
Yeah, wrestling is a sport of knowing how many risks you're taking and what the percentage of those risks are, and just having a general feel like if you're getting into trouble, knowing ahead of time, like if I go down this road with this, I could end up on my back or vice versa. And that's kind of the difference a lot of times between a good wrestler and a bad wrestler. So 3-2 Walter West. The only wrestler tonight to get chants from the crowd leads, a fan favorite for Cooper.
Trying to stretch him out and throw a cradle on here.
And he's got, and I think what can happen there is that with a takedown, if you keep your feet in bounds, kind of like catching a football on the sidelines, you can get 2. I think it's the same thing with back points, but West not quite able to keep his feet in bounds as he tried to move Lee to his back. West trying to break him down. Lee trying to stand up. You see West has got Lee's got kind of that ability to try and stand up and move out of position as West was working that crossbody ride. He's got that half on for a second, does West. Abandons that. And now he abandons the leg ride on Lay.
Going to run out of time to do anything more with it here as we get to the end of our second period. The good news, too, for Walter is the nose seems to be holding for now. He's not had any more blood in that second period.
The nose for Walter, the shoe for Lay, so things are looking up. And for Walter West, 3-2 as we go into the third. Lay will start down. Good decision there. He's got a shot for an escape, reversal. Both wrestlers pretty strong. There's Lay to his feet, trying to get that escape or more. West able to bring him back down. Look for a second there. We had a clasp though, and that's going to tie the match up.
And now they'll whistle it down. So clasping call makes it 3-3.
So now that changes kind of the advantage. When Lay's down, he's got a better chance to score points here with a tied match at 3. And West is going to give him the lead by opting for the neutral position, which gives Lay the escape to lead 4-3. Jay Walter West must feel pretty confident on his feet here, even though he gave up that first takedown early in the match. Oh, he's in a good position here to finish this off. Trying for the leg trip. He's got a single, and he's going to get it.
Yeah, you're right. That's pretty gutsy, but he's feeling the tide of this match is definitely going his way now, so he retakes the lead.
Oh, and he should get some back points here, too. So he's going to open this up a little bit. He's got Lay in big trouble. That's close to being a pin.
And even if he doesn't pin him, which it looks like he won't right now anyway, it's tough. Going to take some time and effort to get out of this, too.
Yeah, if anything, too, he's wearing him down quite a bit. Lay trying to sit out with the reversal, trying to get his hips out to come around. Not able to do it. 25 seconds left.
West trying to grind on him a little bit here and maybe throw a power half on.
Oh, he's got him in trouble. Yeah, he's got him in big trouble here. Still enough room on the mat to get a pin. Doesn't quite have it. He's very close right there. Not going to happen, but a big win. And that match is over. The horn didn't sound, but that's 3 more. So
Walter West will win it 11-4 for the Hawks. So they get their second victory of the night at our 195-pound match.
And he was close to getting the Hawks' first pin tonight, too. That was pretty close, but a hard-fought match by both wrestlers. And early on, Lay had control of that, but as the match wore on, you could see Walter West coming back, and in the end, he's the victor.
2:20 now. James Ohm for Armstrong, Isaiah Brambola for Cooper. And Ohm, you remember last year wrestled at heavyweight, and all he needed to do to win the duel for the Falcons was avoid being pinned by Cedric Williams, and he was able to do that. He's dropped a lot of weight this year and wrestling it now at 220, and he'll get a takedown.
Hey, it looks pretty spry out there. That was a great dual meet last year. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, it says on his notes this year he lost 50 pounds this year.
Well, good for him. He looks quicker, and he was kind of the hero, even though he lost his match last year, kind of the hero of the dual meet for Armstrong.
Yeah, he was so excited he had tears in his eyes when we talked to him afterward. It was kind of cool. And it was a strange feeling, too, because, you're Cedric Williams, you won, but you didn't, pin him and all that. So
that's the life of a heavyweight. Sometimes you lose even when you win because you're not getting enough team points for your team to come out on top, which is too bad. But in college, they've tried it where you start at, a lot of times they'll start in the middle of the lineup or whatever it might be. High school, you just don't have that.
Well, they tried to go to that for a little while. And I went to some matches where they said, wink, wink, we'll be starting at the lightest weight because none of the coaches were in favor of it.
Yeah. Well, he got a little bit too aggressive there. Almost got, I don't know if he got back, but he did get 2. And Brambilla almost took advantage of Ohm's just slightly over aggressiveness with that, but Ohm maintaining control here.
Under 5 seconds to go here in the period, and Ohm continuing to lead in our 220-pound match.
Kind of looking over to the coaches, see what they want to do. Ohm will start down to begin the second, leading 4-0 for the Falcons.
Isaiah, another of those guys who is inexperienced, but Coach Stanton, pleasantly surprised with how quickly he's taken to the sport.
He's going to give up an escape here to go down 5-0. I'm going right at him. You can hear the coaches yelling, change levels. There you go. Trying to take a shot. There's Brambilla. Trying to make something happen, change levels, maybe take a shot. Neither guy doing a whole lot right now. There's a shot, nice deep shot. They'll finish that. Nice setup, nice double leg. That'll make it 7-0 for Ohm. See that double leg, that was a very nice shot, nice and deep. And Ohm's gonna do the optional start here, Jay, make it 7-1, possibly. This is something that, and I don't know how much has changed over the years. Back a long time ago when I was in high school, we do that optional start, and sometimes we just kind of fall on the guy and start wrestling him just to throw him off. There's a takedown by Brambilla, just kind of worked his way through that, and sometimes we'd let him go. So you have, that's why they call it kind of an optional start. Escape for Ohm. 8-2.
About a half minute to go here in the second period. Ohm's kind of been in control, but you don't have the feeling that the match is over yet by any means.
It seemed like he was in complete control, and then Brambilla got that reversal and kind of made you think, well, there's something there, so we'll see what happens. He looks tired. 8-2 here. And Bramblilla's got to be careful not to back up. Yeah, that's a good call by the ref. He kind of took 3 steps back. And
so Ohm awarded a point.
There's a nice little trip. You might take him right to his back here. He had it for a second. He'll get the takedown at least. And part of that's inexperience. So you can't make your first move 2 steps back. They'll ding you for a point every time. That's just straight up stalling. But still a period to make up for that. Isaiah Brambilla trailing 11-2. James Ohm, the junior for Armstrong. Another nice setup and another nice deep double leg by Ohm. I really like the way he did that.
A lot of times guys at this weight, and obviously as we said last year, wrestled some heavyweight, you don't see a whole lot of shots like that. So he's worked hard on his craft here.
The last match you and I did, I remember thinking to myself, if you're a heavyweight, and you see a lot of the college guys, the Gable Stevensons, have a bunch of takedowns they can do. If you can shoot, if you can kind of get that guy's weight off to the side of you and take him down over and over again, that's an advantage, especially in high school where so many of the big guys just want to try and throw you and take you down to your back. So it's nice to see some of these guys in the upper weights take shots like that have him pay off. There's a crossface by Ohm. He's got it nice and deep. Let's see what he does with it. Trying to just power Bramble at his back. He'll get back points. And try it again. And he got 2 out of that, so 15-2. He's going to let him go, maybe, and he does. 15-3.
15-3 now, so he's within range of attack here.
Bramble tried a little bit of a shot. A takedown, put him on his back and get the tech fall. Well, Bramble tries a shot. Now his upper body. Ohm's going to take him down to his back. Got him in trouble. He's at least got the tech here. He's going to go for the pin. That should be it right there.
Yes. James Ohm will get the pin here for Armstrong, as he controlled that match and stuck with it and ends up getting the pin for the Falcons. And I believe that's going to be our final match of the night. I don't believe Cooper will have a heavyweight to send out. Joe Jamison of Armstrong will come out and get his hand raised. So Armstrong dominating the match here tonight. As we said, John, we knew with all the forfeits that that was going to be the case on the team score, but even all the ones that were wrestled, we got Sam Thurston and Walter West winning for Cooper. They're guys who have had the most success this year. They did get victories here tonight, but all the rest of the matches that were held and the ones that were not held all go to Armstrong, so they really steamrolled their district rival here at Cooper tonight.
Yeah, you saw some good matches by Armstrong, but you're right, Thurston and West, those are fun matches to watch. Both were decisions and didn't come down to pins, which is always nice to see, so that was fun. But yeah, if you're Cooper, you're hoping to kind of fill those weights by next year, get some of these younger guys through your program and get them ready to wrestle, possibly in the Robbinsdale Rumble next year.
So hope you enjoyed this one. Get set for section team competition next weekend. Armstrong in section 5 3A will be wrestling at St. Michael Middle School West. That tournament has switched a little bit this year. It's a Thursday night, and then the bulk of the tournament will be Friday. And for Cooper, they're in the Section 5 2A, and that'll be Saturday the 16th at Totino Grace. And you see the Rumble Trophy being awarded to the Falcons, and they are pumped up for that. Also invite you to look for an interview with Armstrong's captains on our Sports Jam show this coming week on CCX as well. That'll do it for tonight's match and our final high school wrestling duel of this 2018-2019 season. For John Lauritsen, I'm Jay Wilcox. There's your final in the Robbinsdale Rumble. It's all Armstrong, 65-6 Falcons.